Hi guys, and welcome back to the motor department. In this episode, I'm going to tell you about all the mods that I've already done to my 2025 Suzuki Jimny, why I have done them, if they are worth it, and the mods that I've planned for the future. Let's get right into it. We start right away with the exterior of the Jimny, because this is the Horizon Special Edition and it already comes with a few mods detached to the car. So the first thing is this beautiful retro designed front grille, which is inspired from the 70s and 80s Suzuki Samurais. Also down here we have a silver metallic colored front bumper, which is also on the side of the car. This is plastic though, so you can see right here on the front it's already scratched from driving tough off-road with this car. Also on the side of the car we have this beautiful Horizon line, which is called from the front all the way to the back, which really helps the design stand out. The Horizon Edition comes with this beautiful cover here for the rear tire, Suzuki branded, and also a mount to hook up a trailer. And here on the sides we have Suzuki mud flaps in the back and also in the front. As you can see, I also modded the rear taillights because for my taste the original halogen taillights were not as beautiful. They were very cheap looking and I really adore this look. As you see, I have full LED taillights, I have the sequential blinker, so it really moderns up the look of the car and it looks very nice in my opinion. A very small, easy and cheap mod that I've done is that I covered all my doors and edges here with these black rubber stripes, because the doors can get banged up very easily when you open them and then they will scratch and maybe rust over time, and this cost like €5 to do. It was very easy, it doesn't glue on or anything, you just put it on with pressure, and this one saves my doors from any rust over the next years. Let's stay right here in the back in the trunk, because here I modified quite a lot. First of all, the things you notice at first, on the right side here I put like a big luggage system to put all my stuff, and a big subwoofer in the middle, but this one we talk about later. When you get the car delivered here in Europe, the trunk looks quite different from the start, because there's a big cage in the back, and also under the floor mat there are like plastic things, I don't know how to call them, which take up the space that the rear seats used to take up. But I took these ones out, it's quite easy, just a few screws, and now I have a lot more space in the trunk to put stuff in, and the whole floor moves down, so to say. So on the upper side, on the left and the right, there's like more space to put stuff, and of course when the cage is gone you have more space for your seats and everything. I used this extra space under the floor to put a lot of stuff down here. I have like all my papers for the car, I have my cable for the car, like a starter cable, a towing cable. I got a lot of stuff underneath the floor, so that my trunk is way more tidy than it would be if I hadn't had this double floor. Let's continue with the interior of the car, because a very big issue that I already mentioned in the things that I hate about my Suzuki Jimny is the interior storage space, because you really have nothing here except for this little pouch down here, maybe for the passenger, something to put their phone in under the handle, and then the doors, it's really thin, you can't really put anything useful in there. So what I have done is I bought on Amazon some cheap Chinese storage compartments. First of all, one here in top of the radio. So right there I put like some CDs of mine, my sunglasses I put up here, and it's very easy reachable. Also down here in the middle between the shifters there's a lot of unused space, and there's also a compartment where you can put another coffee cup, some keys maybe, some cables or your phone, and it just easily fits in there with Velcro, and it grips really tight so it doesn't get loose. The one up here I forgot to mention is glued, so there's like little glue stripes that you have to put on. Right here in the middle I waited quite a long time, a few months, until I purchased this, because I thought, yeah, it's not really necessary. But I tell you, the moment that I put this one in, I was like, oh my God, how did I drive without it? Because it's very comfortable to rest your arm. You can move it forward and back, and you very easily can reach the shift knob. And yeah, this is very important. And you can put it up like this, and you have storage space inside it. But the bad thing is that it's using the original cup holders that were between the seats. But I think this is quite a good deal. And also the cup holders extend into this one, so you still have 2 cup holders in here. Another thing that I did to increase storage space is on the doors. Also purchased on Amazon for quite cheap. These are just like little pockets on each side, and it's very useful because passengers, they love it because they just put their phone in the door and it's right at the perfect height and everything. So I really recommend these very cheap mods for the inside, because it costs like in total I think maybe 70 euros. This was the most expensive one with 50 euros I think, and you can actually use this car. A big problem for me personally in this utility vehicle version of the Jimny was the original radio and sound system. So this is it. You see it's quite big. It's very old school looking. You can still put CDs in. This I appreciate very much because I love hearing music via CDs. But the problem is it doesn't have much output. The head unit itself and also the speakers that were originally installed in the doors were horrible. They were like paper and only one on each door. So one little cheap speaker has to do all the work for all the highs, mids and lows. So you can imagine it was horrible. Also, the head unit had issues with the Bluetooth in my case, because the Bluetooth sometimes was interrupted and then the music just stopped for a few seconds. And when you were like feeling the song, and then suddenly the Bluetooth was interrupted. So I uninstalled it, installed a new head unit from Sony, which has much higher output. And the most important thing, I installed 7 new speakers in total. So 2 speakers for the high tones in the doors, where usually there were no speakers first. Then I replaced the original speakers with new, bigger and better speakers in the doors in the front, and then also the same speakers in the back. So I now have 6 speakers, and then additionally I have a big subwoofer right here in the middle between the seats that really embraces the low tones. And because it's right in the middle and freestanding of this small room, you can say, in this car, it sounds really, really beautiful. And to install everything, I really had to rip out the door panels, the panels in the back, deleted the whole trunk essentially, and had to wire all the cables, put the subwoofer in, lay the cables up here, and then at the end fine-tune everything so it sounds perfect like it does now. I won't bother to show you because of course the camera and the microphone cannot capture the experience that this amazing sound system can give you while driving this car. The whole setup was around 1,000 euros with the head unit. Then I have to get this adapter to put the radio here in the Jimny, and also with the subwoofer and the cables, everything. I really recommend, if you are an audiophile like I am, to do this, because the standard speakers are really just standard speakers to maybe hear a little bit of radio while you're driving. But the biggest thing that I did, first thing to this car, is underbody rust protection, because especially here in Europe, cars are really prone to get rusted because there's a lot of salt in the winter, because it gets quite cold here. And this is really the first thing I do. I highly recommend it to you as well if you live in areas like these where there's salt on the road, because if I look at old Jimnys, there's like so much rust under this car that really tanks the value. And it means that after maybe like 15 years, the car is complete trash and you can't even drive it anymore because the whole leather frame is completely rusted through. So the first thing I did when I got this car is that I got to a specialist who did the whole underbody, also every hole in the upper body, so in the doors, in the engine bay, everywhere. The whole car is protected from rust, which means I can use this car for the next 20, 30 years, which definitely is my plan, to drive it for a very, very long time until it cannot serve me anymore. These were the most important modifications that I did to my car, but here are some honorable mentions that I also did. First of all, the tires. I do not have them on right now because they are winter tires, but I got the Yokohama Geolander RT for this car. I drove them the whole winter and also in the off-road park because they look better, first of all, and they have a lot more grip. But I don't want to throw the original tires away because they're perfectly fine, and until they are run off, I will still keep them in summer and the Yokohamas in winter. Another thing is very annoying because the key, when you insert it inside the car, when the door is open, it beeps very annoyingly. But it doesn't make sense because it's very normal. You have the key in, then you want to pack some stuff, and then the car always beeps annoyingly. Usually in other cars, it's that when you have the engine running, then it beeps when you open the door. But this one, the engine is off, the car is off, everything is off. You just have the key inside the keyhole and it beeps. But luckily there's an easy fix that another YouTuber did, and I saw it in his video. You just have to unplug a cable that is inside the keyhole, and then there's no signal that the key is inserted, and so there's no beeping anymore. And the last thing that I did to this car is really very minor, and it's a mirror inside the passenger sun visor, because there's nothing there. And when I drive with my wife, of course, she has to do all her makeup and everything, so I just bought like a €3 cheap mirror with tape on the back to just plug it in, and that's it. But I still have some mods planned for this car. First of all, I want to have some bigger and beefier wheels, just because it looks good. I have worries that maybe because I drive a lot on the highway, my mileage gets very, very bad, but I guess we have to find out. Also, I want to tint the rear windows because for my taste, you can really easily look inside the back of the car, and with all the stuff that I have in there, sometimes camera equipment and everything, it's way too easy to see for me. And also, of course, in the summer when the sun is banging like crazy, you have a bit of protection from the heat. Another thing that is performance related is a new air intake. I'm looking at the Piper Cross air intake because it's very easy to install and not that expensive. Because if you look at the standard air intake, it's like really small and has like weird moves going on. And the Piper Cross air intake is big, is straight, has like an open air filter in the front. And I think the sound gets much better, and it also should gain about 5 horsepower and 5 Newton meters of torque. In addition to that performance gain, I might get a new exhaust system. The problem is I'm not quite sure yet which exhaust system is illegal here in Germany, but the ones that I already saw on YouTube sound quite nice, and I believe this one is a great addition to the Jimny. The last small and easy mod that I want to do is a weighted shift knob, because in my opinion the whole gearbox and also the shifter is quite loose and wobbly, so I believe that a weighted shifter might get a little bit more stiffness inside the gear shifts and also looks quite nice in the interior. This is it for this episode of the Motor Department. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and also write a comment. What mods do you think I should do next on my Jimny? See you in the next episode.